In 1996, Hulk Hogan did something no one expected. He walked into the ring and destroyed everything he had built. No more red and yellow, no more hero, no more Hulkamania. In one moment, he became something else entirely, and with it, professional wrestling changed forever. By the mid-1990s, professional wrestling was on the edge of change. Ratings were declining, audiences were becoming unpredictable, and WCW needed something different, something that felt real, less scripted, less controlled, more dangerous. Because the audience was no longer looking for heroes. They were looking for something else, something they hadn't seen before. And then they arrived. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, two outsiders. Not officially part of WCW, but appearing anyway, interrupting shows, breaking format, challenging the rules of wrestling itself. It felt chaotic, uncontrolled, and that unpredictability captured attention almost instantly. Because for the first time in years, fans weren't sure what was real and what wasn't. The outsiders promised something bigger. A third man, a partner, someone who would change everything. The speculation took over the industry. Who was it? When would it happen? And what would it mean? Because whatever was coming wasn't just another storyline. It felt like a takeover. And everyone was watching, waiting for the moment. July 7th, 1996. Bash at the Beach. The outsiders stood in the ring, waiting. Then Hulk Hogan appeared. The hero, the icon, the man who had defined an entire era. And for a moment, it felt familiar, like he had come to save WCW, to stop the takeover. But instead, he joined them, he turned his back, and everything changed. Hulk Hogan was gone, and in his place was something new. Hollywood Hogan. The reaction was immediate. Shock, confusion, anger. The crowd didn't know how to process it, because the hero they had followed for over a decade was now the villain, and from that moment, the New World Order was created. Not just a faction, but a movement, one that blurred the line between fiction and reality. WCW took control. Ratings surged, audiences returned, the industry shifted again. But this time, it wasn't driven by heroes, it was driven by chaos, unpredictability, and a version of wrestling that felt more real than ever before. The NWO didn't just succeed, it dominated. Hulk Hogan had reinvented himself, not by evolving the past, but by destroying it. And in doing so, he helped create one of the most influential storylines in wrestling history. Because after the NWO, wrestling would never feel the same, and the line between hero and villain would never be as clear again.